Good to see our guys come out and start really, really fast. Kind of a strange game in terms of number of possessions. I believe we only had 8, scored on 6 of them. And some, a lot of really, really good stuff and some stuff to clean up as well. But proud of our guys coming out here today without, our frontline players and OJ, Frederic, David Blay, Jacoby going down. Keontae's been down. Josh tried to go. He couldn't go. We got a little bit out of CJ, but Keontae, was a guy, I mentioned him a lot, but anyways, proud of our guys come out and get it done. Questions, please.
First off, you touched on Jacoby. Just how's he doing?
I think he's doing good. Just took a really good shot there. Probably a helmet right to the arm. You always want to check it to see if there's any type of fracture, but X-rays were negative. We feel really confident that he'll be ready to roll next week.
And then you mentioned just the offense today starting hot. You've mentioned the team being loose, kind of not getting too tight and getting hard on themselves. Coming out, how much did it help to come out and score on that first drive? Yeah, I mean, it's it was that wind started kicking, right, and everybody wanted to defer. So to come out and go right down the field, we continue to get better offensively, for the last several weeks, and I think it was just carryover from that. The only thing that we'd like to clean up, you like to stay aggressive and not completely, how would you say, take the energy away from your team, but it got chippy out there on both sides, and there were some things that we hurt ourselves with, and then certainly a face mask on a great fourth down stop. That was criminal because we end up stopping them on fourth down. They end up scoring on that and the out and up. So a couple of big plays. If you could take those away, obviously we'd have a really good defensive day. We gave up some runs today. They schemed it well. They ran hard. You got to give them credit. And we missed some tackles. But all in all, just we had control of the game from the beginning all the way to the end, and really proud of our guys. Was there anything in particular on those runs that you mentioned, that they were doing that was successful, or anything that you guys weren't doing? Yeah,
they were obviously, the runs that were getting outside, they did a good job out leveraging us with motions to blocks, getting angles, and getting hats, getting numbers. And a couple of times, we were in position to make a play, just didn't make it. A couple times we were on different pages, one a spill, one a box, and then the alley player where to fit it. And those are things that we have been really good at, and we weren't optimal today in the way we did it. But we did have some really good quarterback hits, some forcing that fumble there at the end, some other ones that, kind of went back and forth, some fourth down stops that were blown, and then not. I mean, it was a lot of stuff, a lot of crazy stuff today out there. Certainly a little bit of an odd game in the respect of number of possessions and, stoppages, but I know everybody was out there working their butts off trying to make it right.
On the staying aggressive decision to throw for the touchdown in the last touchdown with 20 or so seconds left, just decision going in there, and then just another big game from Alex.
I mean, if people are going to play man coverage and load the box, it's not fair to our players to just kind of sit there and run it in there and, get 2 and 3 free hitters on your guys. So we're going to stay aggressive. We only had, again, 8 possessions. I mean, we feel like, you almost didn't even get to play an entire game. So when you have 8 possessions, you take advantage of them. I think we scored on 6 of 8, and the 2 we didn't score on, I know we had an errant snap. We thought we had hurt cadence, and the other one a holding penalty. I mean, we were clicking really well. And then we had, on one of the field goals, I know that Carson was trying to get the ball to Malachi. And it felt like the wind just kind of took that one and buried it. But a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff, a lot of stuff to work on.
Another big game from Malachi, another big game from Carson. Just the chemistry you've seen from the two of them, how that's evolved over the course of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it continues to evolve, as you mentioned right there. 2 really high-level players, very well connected. I think it's really important to mention Keelan. I think it's really important to mention Upshaw's big catch as well on third down. Lofton. I mean, with his hit him on a double move, really big play, and they get to start us off. I think just all in all, just spread the ball around really good. The checkdowns, usually we make more people miss. Credit to them. Virginia Tech tackled us well. We didn't make them miss well enough. Our run game, I don't even know how many total plays we had, but it wasn't a ton. I believe we had how many? Well, I'll figure it out later, guys. I apologize, but
63, Coach.
63 total plays.
Yes,
it's a low play count game for us, but. With 31 points at 63 plays, somewhere in there, right?
Coach, Upshaw, Pringle, and Malley all started. How unique is it for 3 freshmen on offense to start for you and at this late in the season?
Sure, I think it's twofold. I think it bodes well for us right now because they're playing at a high level, and certainly, I mean, if you're a player out there, right, a recruit, and you're seeing, man, these guys have some legitimate, real deal dudes that are young and are making plays. It's exciting for the now, and it's exciting for the future of Miami Hurricane football. So we're going to push those guys hard, but there's nothing on the game plan that they can't run. They're very well coached. They're very proactive in their approach to the game, and certainly looking forward to them continuing to evolve, grow, and eventually be able to lead us.
Ahmad Moden, I think it was 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. And I know you talked about just how important it was when you were missing him those couple of weeks.
Right.
The ability for him to settle, and then Justin Scott as well, just the interior of your D-line, getting the penetration.
Yeah, and we were obviously shorthanded. Ahmad's coming back off that injury, so we're a little bit shorthanded there. Armando went in there, did a really good job also. We missed David Blay, but credit to Ahmad. Played with great pad level, great get off, was very disruptive, got in the backfield. And as you mentioned, those negative plays, when you take an offense and take them off schedule, it makes it really rough for those guys to convert.
Going back to the last offensive drive, obviously, it's coming up on playoff time. Like, everyone's trying to angle for as good a spot as possible. How much do you take into what the committee might think? Because they've cited a dozen different reasons for where they put teams. So how much do you consider, trying to get those style points, trying to, not run up the score in a disrespectful way, but to try to look as good as possible?
Sure. I mean, we're playing ball. We're not slowing down because, whether some people call it style points and all that other stuff, we're just playing ball and trying to make our team better and staying aggressive. When we call it aggressive, our players, they play aggressive. And I've heard what you said, but I think it's really important to state, I think it goes for anyone that's ever played the game or coached the game, because people could throw around the word eye test. Well, how about the field test, right? Where head-to-head matters, things like that. So that's what football's always been about, on the field, getting it, finding a way to get it done. And proud of our guys today, and looking forward to playing a great Pittsburgh team next week, on the road again, for a great opportunity for our program. And again, great football team we're looking forward to playing.
And then you mentioned like the game is obviously a little bit of a weird one, a lot of reviews, stoppages, stuff like that. How do you
A
keep
lot of
them-
reviews.
A lot of reviews.
You get to know those officials really well, Spend a lot of time with them, man.
How do you keep the players focused, locked in, and through all that stuff?
I mean, it's a little bit of them. It's a little bit of the coaches. It's everybody involved. I mean, we made a commitment before we left the locker room. There's 70,000 people out there, but our energy is all that matters, right? Not a single person in those seats is going to make a play, and they're not going to bring energy for us. I hope it gets you fired up to be able to play in front of just a great atmosphere. I mean, credit to Virginia Tech for providing an unbelievable atmosphere. But our guys know that we have to keep. We've gotten so much better. We've won a lot of games over the last 2 years, and we're getting better. And we still have to get better to accomplish things we want to accomplish. And they know that part of that is being able to stay. It's up between the ears, man. I mean, if you allow yourself to drift and all the crazy fun stuff's going on the scoreboard, the people they're honoring, I mean, it's like stimuli from hell, man. Like, there's something going on all the time, So let's stick to playing football for those 3.5, 4 hours, and I think everything will be okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.